What's up, MMA fans? It's Tudor Leonte from Sherdog here, and today I'm with UFC bantamweight contender, Mr. Adrian Yanez. Hello, Adrian, and welcome back on Sherdog. How are you?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm blessed, man. Everything's been happening. Really good things. Really good things been happening this year. I'm just really excited. Got a fight with the really good top prospects. So, to me, it's nothing but blessings all around me, man.
So let's address that topic. You are now scheduled to face Randy Costa at the upcoming UFC Fight Night that will go down on July the 24th. How is your training camp going?
Man, my training camp's been going great. It's been nothing but like really good sessions as I had, and I've never really gotten out of training camp from the last fight. I really didn't take any rest. I just kind of went back into the gym and just uh started grinding again, just because just the fact that the possibility of being on UFC 262 was there, and then I wouldn't really be able to get a rest even after that, because when it came to find out we weren't on 262, I just stayed in training camp. So it's been great for me. I've been loving every minute of it. I get up and I look forward to training. I'm not one of these guys that like looks at training camp and is just like, damn, another one. I'm just like, oh man, I can't wait, because especially at the end of training camp, you're such a different person. You're such a different like in shape and everything. So it's cool, man. I love the process. So training camp's been going really great for me.
Have you been working on something in particular for your opponent?
Oh man, I usually just always just work on my skills and my skill set. Just because at a moment's notice you can get a fighter can drop out, and like you're not facing, then I won't be facing Randy anymore or something. So that happened at my UFC debut. I was scheduled to fight somebody, then on like a week's notice it was an opponent switch. So I keep that mentality. I just work on myself and let them worry about what I'm going to do instead of what they're going to do. I do look at them, and I do scout them out to see generally what they're good at, but after that, that's the most scouting I really do. After that, it's just me just working on me, because the way I feel like everybody's gonna want to fight me is gonna want to put pressure on me. So I just work on people putting pressure on me. So that's the way I train, and I really don't look at other fighters. I pay attention to what goes on. I see what they're generally good at, but after that, it's just me working on myself.
When you fight, do you usually follow a tight game plan, or do you prefer, to feel the sensations once inside the cage?
Yeah, I pretty much we really don't have game plans. We just kind of just fight the way we fight. We make adjustments on the fly, and make small adjustments, because we work on everything in training camp. So when it comes to the fight, we've already been in all those positions, or like either it's a good position, bad position, whatever we're doing, we're always training to be adaptable. We want to be able to overcome and adapt. So on fight night, I usually just fight the way I fight. I usually don't have a specific game plan that I have. So it's never really like, oh, I'm gonna shoot in a takedown, or I'm gonna stick to my jab. It's usually just however I'm wherever I'm feeling at, or wherever I feel a little bit more dominant, or feel like uh just pretty much just anything, honestly. Like the Gustavo fight, I expected to be on the back foot a little bit more. I expected him to wrestle a little bit more. But I guess the way I was fighting kind of switched up his game plan, and he was trying to catch me overreaching and everything, but that didn't happen. So I just ended up fighting my fight and fighting a different way. And then whenever I fought Victor Rodriguez, I kind of laid back a little bit and then waited for my opportunity to explode. And when I did, I knocked him out. So it's just usually the way I'm feeling. I do like putting pressure. I like walking people down. That's one of my favorite things to do. But I don't mind taking a step back and maybe walking back a little bit, cutting angles, or shooting in for the takedown, shooting in wrestling. That's one thing I hardly ever do in my career, because I love standing up and trading with people. So it's honestly however I'm feeling. I just feel like I'm a better striker than a lot of these guys, so I keep it standing.
Um, your latest fight ended after you knocked out Gustavo Lopez in March. What do you remember from that night?
And that night, it was a really good night. It was. I remember getting warmed up and just being loose. There was like a little bit of like I felt like my body kind of a little bit achy or something like that. A little achy, but it's just fight tension, fight nerves. But once I started going, we started getting the warm up going. I just felt good. And then walking out, everything just felt right as well. And then I remember just stepping in the cage and looking across and kind of it was just kind of just one of those moments that I was like, all right, cool. I'm locked in the cage with this guy. He's either going to try to shoot or try to take me down. That's what his game plan. He's been saying it this whole entire time. And then whenever we started mixing it up, and I just started seeing how like how he was trying to fight me, I was like, oh, he wants to try to trade with me. And then I started getting his timing down. And then whenever he did go for his shot, it was whenever I knocked him down. So it was a desperation shot. And after that, I just remember just the slow withering away of his confidence. And after that, I knew I had him. I just couldn't get crazy. I just remember telling myself, like, after he tried to take me down and I hit him with the shot, and then I heard his corner say, shoot for a takedown, level change, shoot for a takedown. And I throw a flying knee, which I wish would have landed because it would have been really cool to land a flying knee. But I remember right after that, I tried to go in for another combination. He hit me on the side of the head, and I was like, he's not ready yet. It's not there. He's like his back is against the fence. He's gonna try to throw something to knock me out. So I need to calm down, relax, and take a step back. And once I took that step back, I started seeing everything again, and it just kind of zoned in. Yeah, I really zoned in. So when that third round came in, I was like, oh, it's go time. So I walked across that cage and pretty much was really aggressive. And then the shot was there, opened right up, and took that shot. And after that, it was just more like, wow, like I got it. It was like the toughest test that like really really tough test, because that guy fought Rob, who's in the top 15, and went all three with him on a couple days notice. So to me, I was like, man, that's a big notch in my belt, man. That's a really big notch in my belt. He made that fight competitive with Rob. So to me, doing that to Gustavo, like, really kind of just made me feel so much more confident. So it was really good, and I got all the confidence coming into this fight.
The card that you are fighting on will see the return of former bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw, who will take on Cody Sandhagen. What do you think about that fight?
Man, I think Cory Sandhagen's gonna mop the floor with TJ Dillashaw. Yeah, I think while TJ's been out, I think Cory Sandhagen's just been getting on another level, and another level. He's really really good, and he's been showing small glimpses of how good he's got. Because like whenever he knocked out Marlon Moraes, and then he knocks out Frankie Edgar, and does it in spectacular fashion both times. Like, to me, it's it just shows how good he's gotten. You know, especially coming after a loss to Aljamain Sterling. He comes back and just puts two people away back to back in very quick fashion, and it's one of those things that he's right out the gate. He's going hard, and I really think that the way his style, he's kind of longer, he's a little bit more lanky. I think that's going to pose a lot of problems for TJ Dillashaw, especially with him. I know he's training with a couple guys like Juan Archuleta and everything, but those guys are pretty much like the same type of build. So you don't know if he's getting that type of work that someone with the length of Cory Sandhagen. So I think Cory Sandhagen is going to run off with this win.
You're quite a finisher. Can we expect to see a finish in your upcoming fight?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I believe I have power in both my hands to put Randy Costa to sleep. He's a tough fighter. He's gonna come forward, and he's gonna walk forward every single time. That's just the way he fights, and that's what type of fighter he is. And I respect that, and I know what I'm getting myself into. I just know I have power in both my hands, and he's gonna leave himself open, and that's whenever I'm gonna take the time to really sit down and crack him with a couple shots. If he can take the punches and take the punishment, we'll have a 3-round fight of the night. But I really do think I'll get him out there in the second round.
We can expect some fireworks from your upcoming fight. I believe that's sure. Before I let you go, do you have any last message?
Oh man, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity for this interview. Thank you to everybody who's showed support and continue to show support. All of the MMA Twitter fans, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all are great. I'm trying to respond a little bit more back to y'all because I see all the love, and also a big thanks to my coach Sauce Solis. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. So it's been great. And then also a big shout out to my management team, Arena Sports Agency, Jason House, and all those guys. They do a phenomenal job.
Sir, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck, with your training camp, and hopefully I will hear again from you in the future.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day. Goodbye.
You too.